grave abuse of discretion. Ano po yung significance nun? Legally speaking, an act committed with grave abuse of discretion is void. It is non-existent. So the question is, why did not the Comelec rule that the bidding is void? Ganito po ang nangyari. The Supreme Court chose to apply what we call the operative fact doctrine. Yung operative fact doctrine applies where the acts committed before the determination of their constitutionality produce consequences that cannot always be disregarded. Meaning to say, they can set aside the action, but the effects remain. Ang kinatatakutan po ng Supreme Court kasi, if it will rule that the bidding is null and void, then another bidding should be called. Kapag ka daw po nagkaroon pa ng another bidding, ang magiging problema, it will adversely affect another issue of public good. Ano daw po yun? The very strict timeline remaining for the 2025 national election. Parang yung, with all due respect to the Supreme Court, I think there is no basis for the apprehension. Bakit po? You will recall, yung 2010 elections natin, meron na lamang 10 buwan ang natitira nun. But we were able to conduct the election. Lalong-lalo naman noong 2016 elections. Noong 2016, the contract was awarded in September of 2015. 8 months na lang po ang natitira. And to make it a little bit more complicated, 2 months before the conduct of the elections in 2016, the Supreme Court also ruled to implement yung sinasabi nating BCPAT. Ito yung Voter Certified Paper Trail Audit. Sabi ng Supreme Court, you have to implement that. So the contractor worked for 2 weeks in order to adjust the voting machines. And despite all these difficulties, I think the 2016 elections can be described as one of the most successful elections we had in recent memory. Why? Ang sabi po nung election audit, it's 99.98% accurate. So ano pong ibig sabihin natin ngayon? Wala bang panahon? Meron pa pong panahon eh. Sana mag-conduct ng new audit para sa ganun lahat po ng ating kinatatakutan, lahat ng ating apprehensions ay mawala. Kasi po ngayon, kailangan i-prove talaga ng Miru muna na competent, na yung kanilang mga makina ay talagang magagamit natin ng maayos. Or otherwise, the voters will become guinea pigs for these hybrid machines, which were not tested anywhere. Ngayon po, meron pang nakaka-intriga rito eh. And I would like to use some slides here for your consumption. Some reports coming to the office of this representation. Is this slide available? Makikita po niya, ito po yung slide 1. Makikita nyo dito on the first column is yung payment hubs. There are 4 countries involved in the payment hubs. Singapore, China, Hong Kong, Caribbean, and North America. Kaya po sinabi nating hub, kasi Singapore, there are 6 banks. Sa second column. Sa last column, makikita po ninyo yung 6 na bangko. HSBC, OCBC, Citibank, NA, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of America, DBS Bank. The number of accounts involved sa Singapore, there are 21 accounts. Sa China, tingnan po ninyo, there are 4 banks involved. Number of accounts, 7. Ang mga bangko in the last column, HSBC, China Bank, NA, Bank of China, Bank of Shanghai. Caribbean, there are 6 banks. Number of accounts, 18. Ayun po, nandiyan ang mga pangalan ng bangko. UBS, Bahamas Limited, RCBC, Royal Bank, Cayman Island National Bank, CIBC, First Caribbean Bank, Butterfield Bank, Scotia Bank, Cayman Island. North America, there are 2 banks with 3 accounts, Bank of America and Chase Banks. There are total 18 banks and 49 number of accounts. Why do you need 49 offshore bank accounts? If the money involved here is not so huge, well, first of all, why do you need 49 banks? Offshore accounts. Are you supposed to move sizable amounts of money globally? Kaya kailangan mo ito. The most intriguing part here, ladies and gentlemen, is that these accounts are traceable to one Comelec official. This is a work in progress. You must be patient with me, and you have to bear with me, because we're still verifying most of these accounts. But I will tell you that, if you go to the second slide, please. The second slide, the total offshore bank account worth 15.2 million or almost 1 billion pesos. Ito po yung totality ng 49 accounts, offshore accounts. And take note, at least 2.1 million or more than 120 million are deposits made from Korean bank accounts between 22 June 2023 to 22 March 2024. What is the significance of this covering period? 22 June 2023 to 22 March 2024. I will show you 5 accounts originating mainly from Korea. You should note that Miru Systems is from South Korea. Next slide, please. The third one. These are money transfers vis-a-vis certain milestones. Tingnan po ninyo yung date. June 22, 2023, ang depositor po ay 1 Stephen Schultz / Kyong Baek. The originating bank is Standard Chartered Bank, Jongro Main Branch, Korea. Yung recipient offshore account po is account number 5530198142761, Standard Chartered Bank, Singapore. The amount is $148,000. Ano po yung milestone? Meaning to say, ano yung katapat nito? On June 2023, Comelec declared the previously procured and government-owned BCMs as unserviceable. Alam na po ninyo yung previously procured and government-owned BCMs, kung kanino galing yun. On June 15, 2023, private petitioners filed a petition to disqualify a former BCM provider from the bidding process for the 2025 automated elections. Alam po natin na na-disqualify na siya. Next slide. Yung date po, titingnan nyo, is August 15, 2023. Yung depositor is a certain Hyun Do-yun, originating bank, Woori Bank, Seoul, South Korea. Recipient offshore account number 7300083602150. Bank